Hello everyone, let's get back to our topic of riba economy and let me give you guys some arguments provided by different set of group. One belong to the modernist group and the other belong to the conservative group. So the modernist group actually promotes riba and they are in favor of including interest into different loans, and where the conservatives consider riba to be unlawful as it should be. So the first argument provided by the modernist group is that the riba is not actually unlawful. It's the exploitation and the hardship for the weaker that is, we can say, comes into being due to the loans is considered to be unlawful. So what they are trying to say is that if there's two particular groups associated that are of higher standard, of higher value, then riba can be introduced and it's going to be considered lawful. However, the conservative says it doesn't matter which group you are talking about, riba is haram, and the example they provide is very simple and clear. It says if you are a lender and if you are lending the money to someone, then you are not going to be a part of the risk associated with the project, and you are going to get a particular positive money out of your lending money. However, if you are an entrepreneur and you are starting your venture by getting or borrowing money for someone, then you are not assured that you are always going to get a positive value out of your project, due to which there's going to be a difference between the earning of lenders and borrowers, and we can consider it to be unlawful because the economic system that is going to be created by following this particular phenomena is not going to be equal for everyone. Then the second argument provided by the modernist is that they say the riba that was actually established at pre-Islamic time is what is haram today, and for that they are simply saying that at that time when you were not able to pay back your money at your maturity date, then you have to pay double or triple the amount of money. That double or triple the amount of money is what considered to be haram, where if you are going to pay your interest payments before the first maturity date, it is lawful according to them. However, the conservatives say it doesn't matter what type of interest you are paying. If it's above the principal amount, it's going to be unlawful at every particular scenario. Then that modernists try to differentiate between the consumption loans and the investment loans, and they say the consumption loans are unlawful because if you are providing consumption loans, then it's simply going to increase the consumption for unnecessary things, and the individuals are going to get the loans and they can be exploited, where the investment loans can increase your production and your output. And also at the time when the riba was considered, or when the riba was stated to be haram, there was no particular investment loans made by the people of that time. However, they say that there was partnership and trade taking place, but there was no investment loans. But the conservative says it doesn't. The conservative say as at that time alcohol and khamr was considered to be haram. Now there exist many particular things that did not existed at that time, but now we still know and everyone know that these things are prohibited, even though those things were not available at that time. But since the in particular rule was given that if certain thing is present in that thing, then it's haram. So we do know it doesn't matter in which year we are living and in what kind of products comes out. If that products contain that specific thing, it is haram. So if interest exists in any type of loan, that type of loan must be considered haram. It doesn't matter if it's consumption loan or if it's investment loan. Then the fourth argument is that modernists say that the inflationary pressure, the gradual increase in the prices of things must be linked with the interest rate, as the lenders can lose their money if the interest rate stays the same and inflation goes up. However, again, if interest is involved in any loan or particular thing, as conservatives said, it's not lawful, and we cannot go for a bigger evil to reduce the smaller evil, and linking your interest rate or actually considering interest rate to solve out the problem of inflation is not viable option for us. Then in the end, they talk about the individuals and the institution. What they say is that at the time of Holy Prophet peace be upon him, there were no particular financial institution like banks and all that exist today. So one person cannot exploit the financial institution, so they should be allowed to go and deal with bank in terms of loans. However, the conservatives say the financial institutions simply borrow and lend money from different people, and while doing that they earn interest rate, and it's actually exploitation because they earn from different people without doing anything. So this particular thing doesn't matter if you are an institution or individual. The general rule of Islam is that riba is haram, so you cannot differentiate between the individuals and financial institution while trying to educate or while trying to communicate regarding the riba information. So all these things let us know, and so all these things give us one particular direction and make us understand that the modernists are not able to actually provide concrete example or concrete arguments with regards to making riba as lawful. So we can simply say that riba is actually unlawful as according to all these arguments, and we must consider it to be unlawful, and no matter what anyone else says. um, I think that's enough for today, and you guys should know these arguments, and these were important, so I thought I must share these with you. So for the time being, take care and Allah Hafiz, and I'll continue with this topic in my next videos. Thank you and take